So your first step is just going to be to take a basic eyeshadow primer and apply it all over to your upper lid. I also put a little bit on the underneath because I am going to apply some eyeshadow on my lower lid as well. And then just tap that out with your finger. You don't want to put so much that it becomes a cakey mess. Just enough that it will cover your entire lid and your eyeshadow will adhere nicely to it. Once everything's blended out, I first go into my base color. I'm going to be using this lighter blue color to form the outer shape of my eyeshadow. I've been preferring this shape a lot recently because it seems to fit my hooded eyes really well, and it gives it like a big dramatic look without my hooded eye hiding a lot of it. So it's a shape I've just found that I really like. I take a very small but densely packed brush like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and dip into the blue here. And these matte colors are by Sugar Pill Cosmetics. I like them a lot because they have a lot of color pigment for being wild colors. So I'm going to start by kind of forming this shape on the outer part of my eye. The inner part is going to end up being a lot lighter, which opens up my eyes a bit more. So I'm just going to pack this color right on the outside of my lid here. I'm just kicking off a little bit of the excess. This eye look can get a bit messy, so I do like to do my full face makeup afterwards, or at least underneath my eyes. And I'm just going to continue bringing up this color until right about above my eye bone, which is kind of right in this area up here. It's above my crease. If I were to just stop at my crease, my eye would still be really shrinked. If I bring this up to my my eye socket bone and bring it up, it makes my eyes quite a bit bigger. So I usually bring it to right about there, and then I start following where I can feel my eye socket, and I kind of just go right on and above that. So I'm just going to bring this shade in an upward motion like this, and I kind of arc it just a little bit, and it kind of goes upwards. I don't want to bring it back down because that's gonna like make my eyes closed off, and the point of this eyeshadow look is to make my small hooded eyes seem bigger. So I'm kind of creating like this swooping effect here. Once I have that nice swoop, I'm then going to do my lower lash line and connect the two. I like to leave just a little bit of space between underneath my lash line and my waterline. Makes my eyes a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to bring it in just about halfway, not all the way, otherwise that is going to cap off my eye and actually make it appear smaller. So I like to do right about to there. And then I'm just going to continue this angle upward, and we're going to make a nice upward angle. So it's going to pull my eyes up instead of pulling it down like my eye bags try to do. So I'm gonna bring this color up like that. We're gonna keep going. And then I'm just connecting it to this upwards arc here. And I'm keeping that roundness. Yeah, that's cute. So already this to me makes my eye seem so much bigger than just what I have here. Once you have this basic shape, then you can just add in eye depth with eyeshadows to just make it pop more. I like that shape, that's pretty. And then at the end, I might go ahead and do some fine tuning and exaggerate it, but for now, I really like this eye shape. So I'm gonna go on to my next color and my next brush. My next color that I'm using is gonna be from the same eyeshadow palette. It's still Sugar Pill. I'm gonna use this darker blue now. And we're just gonna place this kind of in the outer corner, not in my, shoot, where's my shadow brush? Here we go. Not in my actual eye crease. I'm gonna do it actually right above the crease so my eyes once again appear bigger. I'm gonna dip my brush in there, tap off the excess. This does have a little bit of fallout to it, so I don't want that dark ass blue getting all over my cheeks. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly tap this where I want it. So I'm not going in my crease, I'm going right above it here, if you guys can see that. And then just kind of making that diagonal shape. And you're just gonna keep layering it on until you have a nice depth to your eyeshadow. It really makes the look go from very basic with one eyeshadow color to looking really, really nice and well put together. And then just make sure you're blending really well so that there's no harsh lines. You're using a light pressure so that you're not using your eyeshadow brush to accidentally dig up the eyeshadow that's underneath. We want to just lay it on top without removing color, because sometimes that does happen. I'm also going to take this dark blue here, going back in with that smaller packed brush, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that dark blue just on the very outermost corner here of my eye. And then for that crease, I was using a brush like this. It's a tapered, fluffy blending brush, but it is a lot smaller than normal blending brushes because my eyes are so hooded. I like that taper because I can really make a nice line without just getting product everywhere. So after I have a shape I'm digging with, and I really like it, and I like the depth, I can now go in and just refine everything. So I'm just gonna make sure this blue really pops. I'm going back in with the light blue on my flat brush and making sure that that is really well pigmented. That looks nice. And then at the top, I'm gonna take just a very fluffy brush, and without any product on it, I'm just gonna go over the top a little bit just to kind of smoke out the top there. If you like a really defined edge, that's fine, but I kind of like it a little bit smoked out. So I'm just taking this brush with no product on it, and I'm just gently barely touching the skin, doing nice little circle sweeping motions to blur out that edge. Like that. Super pretty. Then for the inner part of the eye, I like to take another dense brush. I think this might even be a concealer brush. It's very flat, very tightly packed, and I am going to take a sparkly shadow and apply that to the inside of my eye to brighten it up. All the other colors have been matte. Just need to find one that I like. Let's see. I really hate this palette. I don't think it performs very well. But I do like this white color in here. I've been using it a lot. It's really pretty and it has a lot of shimmer to it. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. The problem is it has a lot of fallout. This palette just doesn't perform well. So this is Urban Decay, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Urban Decay All Nighter spray and I'm just gonna spray just like one spray inside that eyeshadow, and that's gonna get it a little bit wet and it's gonna be able to pick up on my eye brush better. On my eyeshadow brush, Jesus Christ. So I'm just going in, I'm going to go into that dampened eyeshadow and I'm going to pack this all over my lid. Try to do this without ruining my palette. Let's see if I can get this. The fallout on this is pretty insane. It's got really big chunks of... Honestly, it's not even glitter, it's like flakies. But I do like the way it looks at the end. I would never buy this palette again. I think there's other eyeshadows that can do the same thing, but a lot better. This is just the only whitish colored one that I'm working with, so I'm just gonna make it work. It should not be this difficult to make your eyeshadows perform. That's cute. And then for all of the chunky pieces that keep falling, I'm just gonna take a fan brush with nothing on it and kick off the giant flakies from that eyeshadow. And then I just build up until I think it looks really bright. No, my camera's not really catching that. Cool. Super cute. So that is how I apply my eyeshadow. If you want, you can also go ahead and add eyeliner and false lashes. I'll go ahead and do that now. This is the Absolute New York Nano Liner. I like it because it's very, very small. And with hooded eyes, you don't want to cover a large part of your lid with eyeliner. Otherwise, you're just going to close off all of that color you can even see. If I look straight ahead, you already can't see a lot of color. Most people, you can see everything you put on. But if I cover all of that lid with a big layer of thick black eyeliner, you're not even gonna be able to see what you've put on your eyes. So I like the nano liners, so you can do a really thin stripe. Honestly, if you're applying falsies, this isn't even really necessary, but I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. Anyway. And I just apply this as close to the lash line as I can. And then I'll flare it out just a little bit on the side. But the newest trick I found for my eyes for doing a cat eye is instead of bringing the wing up, I just follow my eye shape. I can't avoid this hood because it goes so far out that if I were to do a cat eye, it just becomes a hot mess and it's just so hard to do. So I just follow the shape of my eye, and where this little crease is, I just go downward. I kind of do like the Korean eyeliner trend, where instead of having cat eyes, it's more like puppy dog eyes. I still have all of this eyeshadow lifting up, so I don't think it really pulls my eye down that much. I just think it looks cute. So I just do a little kind of wing like that. And then finally for lashes, I have a pair I wore yesterday. Here we go. I always cut my lashes a lot shorter. Most of the time, lashes, they will extend them too far out and they just look clownish to me. So I will actually take my scissors and trim them down to a length that I like. And I definitely cut off the ends as well, because most false eyelashes are way too big for your eye space. And I really only like my lashes to start about like 1/3 of the way in and then out. If it goes all the way in, my eye is such a goofy shape that it doesn't really want to glue down anyway. Gotta grab my lash glue. I like the Duo brush on lash glue. It is latex free. My eyes seem to be sensitive to latex. And I just brush it right on the strip. A lot of tips and tutorials on doing lashes tells you to wait 30 seconds before applying the lash. Doesn't work with my eye. I just pop it straight on. I get the middle situated first, and then I move the sides where I like them to be. The inner part, I always have struggles with. That never seems to want to stay. So I really gotta hold in that inner corner. This is also why I keep my lashes from going in any further. It'll just pop right off. After that, you can apply, once it's dried down, you can apply your mascara to form your lashes with the falsies. You can also do whatever brow shape you want. When I do a eye style like this, that's really dramatic, I don't like my brows to be that dramatic either. I will just take a little bit of brow gel And that's it. Like, I think that's cute. If I had a really basic eye look that was a little bit lighter, then I would maybe do like a really thick Instagram style brow, but I like this just like that. And then if I wanted to finish off the look, I would go ahead and underneath my eyes, I would do my concealer. I would then apply my blush, wipe away any of that excess that might have fallen on my cheek, and that's how I've been doing my eyes. Thanks for watching.